Welcome back to Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm dear darling, and shall we see what's going on our lovely island of Fawnhallow today, where we'll be relaxing as per usual. Weirdly enough, I thought I already recorded the Animal Crossing episode earlier today, and then I was like, I was uploading a video, just sorting out the details, and then being like, wait a minute, where's the Animal Crossing video? So here we are now instead. That's why I'm recording it so late, if anything. So we'll take it relax, we'll take it chill. What should we talk about? Good evening, everyone. Now on Fawnhallow, it's 11:54 PM on Tuesday, May 6th, 2025. What can we talk about? I'm not really sure. I sort of think, I feel like my brain is like in slow motion for a moment. The new thumbnail came out. It's a new series, about 1,000 times resist. Which I'm not sure if it's a game too many people have heard of. But it's a sort of thing which caught my attention. I think I even spoke about it in an Animal Crossing video once. Because I discovered it in like a video essay or something. I don't even remember what it was for. That game was brought up under that concept, and I was like, that seems like an interesting idea. And here we are now, actually playing it. I know, not very exciting. What can we talk about? I'm sort of like scouring my brain. Or something. You know what was something that was very interesting, which I heard about? So, there's this other gacha game called Infinity Nikki. I've never played it. I know vaguely about it because I had a friend back at university and she played not this version but something like it, which I'm not sure exactly how gameplay goes, but at least the old version that she used to play was a gacha game with dress up dolls. Essentially you gacha for clothes and to put on your characters. I'm not sure, something like that. But anyway, wait, it's Infinity Nikki, right? Or am I getting it confused? Because there's another Nikki game, but it's not that one. Yeah, Infinity Nikki. But recently, within the past year or so, they released a new game about Nikki series. That being Infinity Nikki, where I think there's actually like some sort of platforming exploration stuff to do. Like it's actually got like a 3D platformer or something at its core. Well, I mean the core thing is probably the dress up part, but it's like it's got more to it or something. I'm not really sure. There was kind of like a big buzz about it. I even considered being like, I wonder if I'll play this game, but I was like, nah, it's no need. I'm not sure if it would appeal to me in the same. Well, I mean, I do like fashion and that sort of thing. Putting it under a gacha, I think would make me be like, less interested. Weirdly enough. Videodiary. Put this back. Yeah. But anyway, the reason I bring them up is apparently there was some drama recently where the new patch came out or something, and then I don't know, like I know there was like a lot of complaints about the gacha system or monetization or something being very greedy. But a very big thing which I found very bizarre was apparently they like completely retconned their story. As I understand it, before the plot was sort of like an isekai, like a sort of you've been whisked away into like a parallel dimension and fashioned after exploring like an attic or something. I can't remember. The general idea being it's a rather cozy sort of whimsical start to a story, which as I understand it very much fits the vibes for Infinity Nikki. But then they changed it to become like a cinematic universe sort of thing, where they took out a lot of the cutscenes in one way or another to be able to tell a different story, one about. I'm not even sure what the story's about, but anyway, this is perhaps not my place to say. But the long and short being, it was a huge retcon, and I was just like, that's like a crazy retcon in the first place, to be able to just be like, oh, everything. Because as far as I know, people weren't really complaining about the Infinity Nikki story, but you know, what do I know? Maybe they were. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty crazy to have that opportunity, because as I say, people weren't really complaining about it. Be like, oh, no one's complaining about this. Let's just completely change it up to an entirely different degree. It's kind of wild, isn't it? Or if you don't think it's wild, I think it's wild. I'm not really sure how that sort of comes about, but somewhere down the chain, or up the chain, someone was like, hey, we gotta... I don't even know how to say it. We gotta completely change things up, you know. No longer can we deal with the exact situation that we set up for ourselves, or something. I don't know. Who knows exactly why we did it? I don't know if they've reversed it. I don't know if they're apologising or something for it, but it's interesting, shall we say, that it even happened, isn't it? Retconning in and of itself not always a very popular option when it comes to stories, I suppose, because of a lack of consistency, right, with a story that you had initially like fallen in love with, right, now becoming something kind of entirely different. What? Okay, I mean, I feel like most of the retcons I've seen have always been much milder. I'm trying to think, because once I think about having a Project Sakai in the story, I remember that, but it was quite like a mild thing. It was basically just changed the timelines a little bit of when two people met each other, and I was like, okay, fine, I guess. If you really think it would help you tell us a better story this way, then sure, why not? The other one I thought of was in Homestuck, where it actually became a part of the narrative, because Homestuck is this very crazy sort of meta-narrative thing going on, where you're playing around with a concept of like telling a story in the first place is done quite a bit. But yeah, I guess this is spoilers for like a 20-year-old now piece of online media. If you haven't read Homestuck by now, then perhaps you never will. So I guess, I don't know, big Homestuck spoilers if you're worried about it. I do like censored spoilers, but essentially a load of bad stuff happens, and then one of the characters gains the ability to sort of go back in time and edit the continuity of the story, or I suppose retroactively change the continuity, hence retcon. And it was very interesting as well, because I thought it was that was the one where I was like, this seems like a crazy moment when it happened, like as it happened in the story, being like, wow, he's actually doing it, how's this going to work? And you would go back to the previous slides or images, and then there would be like a password you had to type at the bottom, which would allow you to go down like this alternate reality, which he ends up retroactively changing a continuity of. It's a very like an interesting way to sort of play around with a metafiction, I suppose, of its narrative. I also saw like a very interesting fan theory that the original idea was that there was going to be more retcons to, spoilers, bring back more characters who had previously perished in the story, because then it would be like everyone get the entire gang back together, that's the ultimate goal or something, like a sense of unity. But then it didn't happen for whatever reason, one way or another. And it's been like, oh, because when I read that concept, when I read that as like a theory, I was like, that's such a brilliant theory of what could happen. Anyway, let's see, is there a retcon Wikipedia page? I also have realised that I've not been doing my Neopet stuff. YouTube thumbnail as well. A lot of things. I've been like retcon. perspective, I'll just write it in a different thickness. Continuity. Not retroactive convention. Conference. I don't really have anything else which can fit. Con, as in pro and con. Retcon instead of retconing. I don't know what I'm going with. Right, retroactive continuity. Literary device in which a world of fictional work's been established through narrative is adjusted or ignored. The death of Sherlock Holmes, Arthur Conan Doyle employed retroactive continuity to explain Sherlock Holmes' return. I didn't realise he died. Moriarty murdered him. Okay, interesting. Retcons can be diegetic or non-diegetic. Oh, okay, so you have like a narrative reason, like time travelling. Interesting. Diegetic retcon. I guess I never really thought about it before, but I guess that does make sense. Rather than it necessarily just being an element on itself, it technically is a retroactive continuity change, just explained in universe, right? Retcons are common in pulp fiction. A magazine. I was like, the only Pulp Fiction I know is the movie. I didn't know it actually referred to anything. I guess I'm learning. Irish race of retroactive continuity. Wolfhart Pannenberg. What? Talking about it with DC Comics, DC's Earth 2. I don't know what any of this means. What almost iconic retcon is. Two different types: alteration, changing something, and subtraction, pretending something didn't exist, I guess. I feel like a TV tropes page might be better for it. Not that Wikipedia's one isn't informative, but the looser scales of TV tropes probably allows more things to be spoken about. I say instead alt tab and do my Neopets stuff instead. Wasn't there like a big retcon in Star Wars universe or something? Or maybe Star Wars is better seen as like a rug pull. I suppose, like, spoilers if you've not seen modern Star Wars or something. Isn't something about like the way Luke Skywalker acts as like a big rug pull? Or is that a retcon to his personality? I don't know, it depends how you really would define it or something. Because I always got the impression that retcon had to be something which was much more purposely done by the creator. Like, as in narratively trying to change or alter an established narrative past. But the fact that you can have a diegetic retcon kind of makes it sound like, oh, you know, it should be anything which does change the sense of continuity of a narrative, rather than something else, you know. Which is, I think that's interesting. Not something I've particularly considered before. Whether that's even appropriate or not, but it certainly is interesting. That you can almost have like an accidental retcon or something where you I mean, I think it would probably sort of cast a strange mirror on the person who created a medium if you were just like, oh, I'm talking about, you know, time travel, and oh, I accidentally wrote in a retcon without meaning to. I don't really know, honestly, how you would do that. It just kind of feels like a strange extra step. You'd have to be working under some crazy level of ignorance, I think, to be able to ignore the continuity changes you are making at the same time. Or maybe not, I don't know. Maybe that's just how it is. Anyway, retcon. What's TV tropes got? Got what's in retcon. Well, the term comes from comic books dating to All-Star Squadron 18. I don't know why there's a whole thing about a whole page for it. 1983. It's more older. I want like an iconic one. There's different types. Backport development. Characterization. There's example subpages. There's like 6 different ones for superhero stuff. Let's do video game. Let's see if there's one I know. There's no video game folder. Webcomics. Let's see if Homestuck's on here. It's gotta be. It is. Web animation? Toys? How can there be a toys one? Sylvanian families? Especially when families get discontinued. What? I didn't know that Sylvanian families even had a sense of continuity to follow them. I thought they were just dolls. Well, okay then. Bionicle? I know Bionicle has some like deep lore. Not that I know it, but still. Warhammer takes up like 6 different things in the tabletop one. How can it not be a video game one? Films, animation. Lion King? Kung Fu Panda 2. Changes their backstories, which were explained on the site. Okay. Frozen. Implies Norway exists. A lot of these are very interesting. Like that seems like it would be an accidental one. Olaf implying Norway exists, despite the fact Arendale's meant to be a fantasy Norway in the first place. I don't know. I guess you can have an accidental retcon. That's really changed my perspective. Anyway, I'm going to say I'm going to wrap this episode off here. So if you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Animal Crossing New Horizons. I've been Dear Darling. Likes, comments, subscription, shares, greatly appreciated. Socials, Discord down below. Hope to see each other again. But for now, it's our farewell. So until next time. Bye bye for now.